pretty cool.
This
Thanks
is cozy.
for-
It feels like a coffee shop energy in here. We're all just chilling. Everyone need a tea, coffee. What do you need?
Mm-hmm. Troy, I'll take your orders.
Yeah.
So, is this your first time in Chicago?
No, we've
No.
been here a few times.
Okay.
Yeah, first time was crazy
You should
actually.
just the short version of our first.
Yeah, first time we had booked a show at this venue called Township or something like that. I can't
It
remember.
wasn't a venue. It was a bar with a stage. But.
Okay.
And the venue closed down like 2 days before we were about to play, so they moved our show to this other place that was 21 and up, and we were like 17, and so we were like,
They didn't
well,
let us in the
are we allowed to like play here? And they were like, yeah, but you're not allowed to be in the venue like while you're playing. So
So they made you stand outside and play your
yeah,
guitar?
so we just
No, yeah.
hung out in the van all day, and
There was 3 people there.
literally my wife now was there, but she was
Somebody's
my
mom was
girlfriend.
there. They were nice.
There was literally like total of like 5 people in the room, which was crazy.
So
Wait,
this is even better than that one.
Yeah, this is
You're
we're
killing
already
it, man.
upgraded.
wait. So did you meet your wife at this gig in Chicago?
No,
Oh, okay.
she
brought her there.
she just met us there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she stuck with you till this day.
Yeah.
That's a
For
woman.
sure.
That's a woman
Yeah.
right there. Well, welcome back to Chicago. Did you got in yesterday, right?
We did, yeah.
Did you do any Chicago activities?
Troy did.
Yeah.
Me and Brandon were zonked, so we just went to bed.
Oh.
Honestly.
We just did like a 6 in a row show, so you just naturally get sick. I feel like after 5 shows, it doesn't matter what it is, 5 shows in a row, you're sick. Then the 6th day. So
Sure.
They just slept yesterday a little bit, and,
Yeah.
and it's like 2 or 6, so you just sleep it off. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you look well rested.
Yeah, you guys look good.
Slept a lot yesterday.
20-something hours?
You slept for 20 hours.
Probably something like
Oh
that.
my god, I'm so jealous. Remember when I used
Had
to
to
be
get
able
caught
to
up.
Yeah. Well,
One
good
day
for
a week.
you.
Yeah.
Wait, so what did you get into?
I was here with some of our best friends. My wife is somewhere here too.
Yeah.
Abigail, hanging out
She's
back
the
there.
pretty one over
She
here.
is, yeah. And we just, it was like the green St. Patty's River. That was special. Had a green beer, which didn't sit well later, but
Yeah.
it was like you had to do it, you know. I wish I could have shared
I'm
it.
jealous.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to do the green beer thing for a long time.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you can still scrounge one up around
Oh,
the House
I
of Blues
should.
tonight.
Tonight,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
There's one thing that you can find in Chicago in March. It's a Green River and green beer.
Yeah, it's not hard.
For sure. Well, like I said, we're so glad you're here, and it's crazy because this band has such kind of a sordid history. I mean, on one side, you've been a band for 8 years or so, but on the other side, you're almost brand new. I mean, you don't even have a Wikipedia page, which is
pretty
insane to
I should
me.
make one
Let's
today.
get that going.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I feel like I have my own Wikipedia page, which I don't deserve.
I mean, with that hair, of course. You guys, people wonder who is she. You know?
An icon.
Yeah, thanks, guys. So let's go back to the beginning because I have the impression that you're all multi-instrumentalists.
Yeah.
So I'd like to hear from each of you kind of your upbringing. What was it like in your house? Was it a musical household? Did you start playing young? And what instruments?
You want to go first?
Sure. I mean, yeah, my parents met at like a singing college group, so there was always music around, which is awesome. But none of them were necessarily musicians. I think it just, my dad was like an author too and a creative, so he always encouraged me to just do what I wanted to do, which is not the case every time. So yeah, I just started playing. My mom made me take piano. I wanted to play drums so bad, and she was like, "You can't until you take 2 years of piano," which I did not like her for. But now, you know, look at me, my little keyboard. So it's come a long way, and it taught me to like music theory and everything. So yeah, I was able to learn. I was just like, I want to learn them all, and so. But drums is my favorite still.
Yeah.
Okay.
I started on drums.
Sick drummer.
Yeah.
Great, better voice, but sick drummer.
I love drumming. My dad owned a bakery when I was a kid, and we couldn't really afford to like get me a drum kit. When we did, I tore it apart because I thought that was like what you do is tear apart the drum kit, and I lost all the parts. So I would build drum kits out of the wheat buckets that my dad would have, and we had all these VHS tapes of like music video montages, and I would just play along. But my family definitely does not have much of a musical background, so it was just kind of weird because me and my siblings all
You're alone.
love music.
Yeah.
But my dad was a huge music fan, but never really
I
a
was
very
gonna say,
musical person.
If he's bringing you home wheat buckets to bang
Yeah,
on, I
I
mean,
mean-
that's huge support right there.
Yeah, definitely.
How about you,
Yeah.
Brandon?
My dad was a lead singer of an 80s hair band.
So
Yeah,
sick.
so
Sick. Still pumped.
I just, rock and roll was like in the veins from the early age. My first instrument was drums as well. I broke all the drum heads. And
We have insurance.
yeah. And because I broke all the drum heads, my dad was like, all right, you're not taking this very seriously. So let's get you a guitar. And so I learned guitar. That was my first technical instrument. And then, yeah, we have been through a journey even together. Like, Jack and I didn't play keys almost at all. And so he and I both like learned keys together. And then I picked up bass about maybe 3 years into being in the band. So
All right, you guys should have a drum off. I mean, you all
Yeah,
play the
actually, that'd be
drums.
sick. Yeah.
At
Very
least
sick.
destroy a drum kit together. That'd be like.
that, Jack and I can do that for
We can
sure.
destroy one.
The other night, for the first time ever, there's a moment in our set where we get kind of crazy, and Jack played the drums and I crowd surfed, just because I was like, Jack, hop on the kit, man. Just go like old times. So maybe tonight Brandon will get on the kit. I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Was that the same night that Jack climbed on the kit and broke it?
Different,
Yeah.
right?
Different night. You shows get wild, people.
Yeah,
I love that you knew that. That's sick.
that was wild.
It's kind of my job.
Yeah.
So how did you all actually come together? I know there's been some.
Social media, which you hate to say, you hate to hear it, but you love to hear it. It's like very Gen Z of us or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
We met on Instagram. They didn't have DMs like 8 years ago. They only had comments. So we commented to
Yeah.
each other like, "Love your."
I was just commenting on everyone's photos, like, "Hey, I want to start a band. Would you guys want to be in my band?"
Just scouring Instagram looking
Yeah,
for.
just
okay.
like looking. Here's a good photo. Let me just comment on that one. Down the line of, so it's semi-private,
Yeah, no, this is the Gen Z version of finding a band on Craigslist.
Yeah,
Exactly.
for
Totally.
sure.
Wow.
Wait, so
That's sick.
are you revealing that you actually have personal Instagrams now? Because I know Troy does, but the two of you
I have an Instagram, yeah.
do.
Mhm.
But it's a secret, isn't it?
No,
It's public.
Oh,
it's out there.
Just difficult to find.
It's sure out there.
secret to me.
Brandon's off the grid though. He
I'm
keeps
off the
it.
grid.
Oh yeah?
He doesn't even have
Keep it locked.
debit cards, credit cards, nothing.
Yeah,
kinda
that's not true.
That means he's secure in this band. He doesn't have a
Yeah.
Instagram waiting for people to comment like,
Exactly.
hey bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually have a buddy, Brandon, that our Instagram account follows. He does a lot of our video stuff, and a lot of people tag him, and so he just gets massively tagged in like all of our.
A bunch of base photos of like our friend back home, and he's like, "What?"
I love that.
Yeah.
So at one point did you guys move in together?
Move in together.
Yeah, you guys.
We lived together for a little bit.
We
yeah.
did. It was a little stint there.
Yeah, like I think we lived together for 3 months,
Okay.
and it was just like, this is not it. Like, we need our space. I mean, we basically live together when we're on the road. Like you spend every second together in the van or a hotel, and yes.
Yeah, that was the time too when we were like there was a record deal thing that we were going through that was not what we want. Like ended up, it's a great thing we didn't do it, but it was just like, let's move in together and then sign the record deal. We're 18 years old. Let's just, our lives are gonna change forever. And then by not signing it, our lives changed for the better. But that was a funny time when you guys were living together. And you just called me and be like, dude, Brandon got like, dude, Jack is doing this thing. It's just like,
Yeah, it was crazy.
That is crazy that you guys had this opportunity to, sign a deal, go big, and you chose the path less traveled, I guess, if that makes any sense. But you kind of did it the hard way, where you released an album on your own, you toured it on your own, from what I understand. I mean, how
No
hard
booking
was
agent, nothing.
how
This
hard
guy
was
was our
that?
booking agent.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well,
Yeah.
obviously the first gig he booked at a bar that closed 2 days before.
Yeah.
So was that during that era?
Oh yeah.
We
For
learned, we
sure.
learned how important booking agents are.
Yeah. Once I didn't ever have to book a show again, I was like, we have made it.
yeah.
I don't have to touch that anymore.
Good.
Yeah, it was a stressful time.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you have some help now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got
Big
a lot
show.
of help now.
Got a good
At the
team.
House of Blues with Colony House tonight.
Yeah.
And the album, can we call this the debut album?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we like to call
I
it
would
that.
call it that.
And we're
Yeah.
calling it self-titled.
Mm-hmm.
Self-titled, not Little Image. That's the self-titled album. Why is it self-titled?
Like the whole kind of meaning behind the album is kind of about self-image and learning to love yourself and discovering things about yourself that can be toxic. And so when we were kind of coming up with the name, I was like, why don't we just call it Little Image? It's like our first real album, like, and then Troy had the idea, like, why don't we, like, all these songs are about, like, our ego and our self-image and all these things that everyone deals with. Why don't we just call it self-titled? Because it's, like, kind of about us, but it is
Also,
our first album.
nice.
It's kind of a nice play on words, you know? So, yeah.
We thought about it for a little bit.
We did.
Not fought, but more punched.
Did you go to
about it.
fisticuffs?
Fisticuffs.
It felt right. It definitely it's fun. It just felt like the right thing to do, and it's kind of a debut album, so we were like, this is a double whammy. So.
Yeah. Is it 8 years in the making, technically? I mean, how old are these songs on it?
Ooh, no, I wouldn't say it's 8 years in the making. It's probably like 4 years in the making.
Yeah. Ever like the day after the high school record came out, we probably started working on some new stuff for it. There's one song that almost didn't make it, and it was the oldest song that we had written for it, and when it finally made it, it was like the album's complete. So it's pretty special. It's a lot of our growing up is like becoming who we are.
Well, what we've heard so far is absolutely incredible. I'm so excited for this band. You guys just sound fresh and just a groove, and I love the imagery, which seems to be very important with
For sure.
your videos and the artwork. Do you have the artwork set for the album already?
Oh,
Can you
yeah.
give us a little taste of what that looks
It's
like?
actually already.
It's-
you can
it's
see it
the-
now.
Yeah, it's what's on the EPs and stuff.
Is it the mulch pile?
It's
Yes,
the
it's
most
the
fun.
Yes.
mulch pile.
Fun fact though, it's a real photo. None of that's Photoshop. It's like it's just a picture.
Oh no, this band released a behind the scenes video of dumping the mulch out, and I was like, oh my, I bought that mulch at Home Depot.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you guys looked at it and were like, album cover. Boom.
Yeah.
I think we spent
We
$1,000
bought-
on
Yeah, we got
mulch.
2,000 pounds of rubber mulch.
That's amazing.
One of the first purchases, and the label was like, "What's this mulch order?"
Yeah.
Like, don't worry about it.
It's like, we have a vision here with
Yeah.
the mulch.
Well, hopefully that mulch found a good home
It did.
afterwards.
Oh, like kids' playground needed it in Nashville.
Yeah, we donated it
We donated
afterwards.
Ah.
Yeah.
So,
Love
Come on.
this. Little
We're-
Image
we're
doing
good people.
charity work in the neighborhood. Love that. Also, I think a lot of people have gotten recent exposure. I know I just started a show called Party Down on Hulu, and what do you know? First commercial pops up with Little Image out of my mind. How awesome is that? You saw it?
Love that.
What were you watching?
Love it.
Oh, Love Island.
Love Island.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. The wife's watching it.
Yeah, Love Island.
Well, congratulations for all your, well-earned success, but also like this new era for this band is so exciting.
Yeah. Thank
So
you
glad
so
to have
much.
you here. And can we get you to play a couple songs for us?
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks
Little
for having
Image.
us.